This is problem number 5 on the practice problems for test number 3. Say whether each statement is true or false and provide a short explanation of why. A, if a power series about x equals 0, summation a sub n x to the n converges at x equals 2, then it converges at x equals -1. So a couple things we know about power series. First of all, the center of the power series in this case is 0. It says that it's 0 here, but also we know that it's supposed to be x minus a in here, and in this case a must be 0. And we're also told that this series converges at x equals 2. So I'll come out here and put 2 and put a filled in dot there. And if it converges at x equals 2, then we know definitively it converges on all of these numbers as well. And we also know that the interval of convergence is symmetric about the center. So that means it also converges all the way out here too. Now it's possible that 2 is the far extreme of the interval of convergence, in which case I don't know whether it converges at -2 or not. That might be one of those kind of open on one side and closed on the other. It's also possible that it actually converges out here until, say, 4, in which case it would definitely converge even further on this side. But the question here just asks us about what's happening at x equals -1, which is here. Because the series converges inside of here, it also converges on the symmetric part, and -1 is in there as well. So the answer is yes. And you can see the answer key for more of a write-up, but the explanation we just gave is it. Part B, if a power series about x equals 0 diverges at x equals 2, then it diverges at x equals -2. So let's draw a similar picture for this one. Again, the center is 0, and we're given information here about what's going on at the number x equals 2. And I want to know what's happening at x equals -2. So in this case, the series diverges at 2. So that means that if it diverges there, I'll put an open circle. As it diverges there, it also diverges at every point beyond, and also at every point beyond on this side. Diverges in all these guys. It may or may not converge anywhere in here. Don't know what's happening in there. But I definitely know that if you're past 2 or past -2, going to the far right and far left, it diverges. But what's going on at -2? Well, again, it's possible, I'll put in green here, it's possible that this series diverges at 2, but it actually converges at 1.999. And if 2 is really the end of the interval of convergence, that means that -2 is the other endpoint, and we don't know whether -2 is convergent or divergent. It could be either one. And if it could be either one, then let's see, can we say definitively that the series diverges at x equals -2? I can't. It might diverge if it were open for the interval of convergence, but the series actually could converge at -2 and diverge at 2. So this statement is false.